Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to some more FIFA 17. Manchester United return to glory career mode. Now, of course, we have already returned to glory because we won the Premiership last year, as well as the FA Cup and the Europa League. But we have stepped up now to world class, and it's interesting. We're getting there. We've got a game against Bournemouth today. We've changed the formation back to the 4-4-2. We're going to play with Dybala and Rashford up front, Kovalenko, Pogba, Martins, Marshall, Shaw, Bailey, Varane, Cancelo and David De Gea. A very strong side. So, yeah, without further ado and too much faffing about, let's get straight into the game now. We need to be a bit more clinical now. And we do have possession and we do have an attack. We need to be more clinical with that attack. We can't waste opportunities on world class. We don't know how many opportunities we're going to get. Kovalenko. Oh, threads the ball into Rashford. Rashford's in. Can Rashford put it in? Oh, Rashford does put it away. 1-0 to Manchester United quite early on in the game. And I was just saying about how we need to take our opportunities when we're on world class. When we do get the chance, we need to score them. We don't know how many we're going to be getting, but that wasn't too bad, that. Rashford showing his pace and his strength to get behind the defensive line, and quite a simple little shot as well, put it into the back of the net. And there we go, we lead. Rashford might struggle a bit this season. I don't know. I think using this formation every now and again is going to help Rashford, I think. Without this formation, he could be in trouble with trying to squeeze into our team. But with this formation, it's going to be good for him, really, because we do have Ibra, we do have Dybala. Of course, we've got Patrick Roberts as well now moving up. And, yeah, Rashford might struggle. I think at the end of the season, Ibra will probably retire, so it won't be too much of a problem. It's just this season. It's a big one as well, because another big season like last year, and Rashford could be 83, 84 by the end of this, and we could have a top-class player very early on. Oh, Varane gets a hold of that ball. It was a dodgy little pass, really. Good ball by Varane, though, into Dybala. Dybala finds Rashford. Sees the movement by Martins out wide. It's a good first touch. Oh, off the angle. Actually, I said it was a good first touch, but it was actually a bit of a heavy first touch, wasn't it? It's a cheeky first touch, wasn't it? Oh. That would have been such a great goal, that would have been. Would have been a cracker by Martins. Still 1-0 though. Smith. Oh, they've scored. Yeah, this is what we need to make sure we take our chances and make sure that we defend a bit better, because that was a bit iffy by us. Well worked goal though by Bournemouth, I must say, well worked. But we should have broke that down a little bit earlier, really. We should have done. And it's Berami. Is that Berami or is that Brahimi? I can't remember what it said. I think it's Berami. Valon Berami played for Watford, didn't he? He's very grey, isn't he? Yeah, Berami. There we go then. That is his second goal of the season. That makes it 1-1 here at Bournemouth. And we're going to have to do all the hard work again. It's not been too difficult of a game, really. We broke through them quite easily. We just haven't taken all of our opportunities, to be honest. But now they've scored, they might be a bit more difficult to play attack. You know what I mean. Varane showing some strength there in the middle of the pitch. Finally the ball comes out to Kovalenko. Now Pogba. Kovalenko's there again. Seeing Marshall out wide. Marshall cuts inside, takes the shot. Oh! Oh, penalty! Penalty, surely! Oh, referee. Referee's bottled that. It's got to be a penalty, that, I tell you. Oh, it's offside. Gutted. Shaw into Marshall. Kovalenko. Gelson Martins, ball in. Comes out to Kovalenko, takes a shot. Oh, Kovalenko scores! And he's got to won the game for us, surely. What a goal. Oh, this game's been so frustrating this second half. Referee's blowing the whistle every 2 minutes and stopping us attacking, but what a goal by Kovalenko. What a camera angle that was as well. Outside of the boot, right in the top corner. Oh, God, Bournemouth. They've done so well to hold on to this draw. But with 8 minutes left, we make it 2-1. Oh, God, I'm so pleased. So pleased. That's Kovalenko's 4th goal of the season. We're not even at Christmas yet, are we? Wow, that's a lot of goals for Kovalenko. He's doing really well in the attacking midfield role rather than the midfield role that we've had him in the past. He does really well, doesn't he? Oh god, that was the best pass, was it? Right. Pogba. Oh, almost played that ball out wide there to Martins with 2. Just got to hold on to this lead now. Hold on to it. Oh, good tackle, Pogba. Set him free. Does set Dybala free. Dybala's onside. Rashford. There we go. I probably could have scored with Dybala, but I want to tramp it. And Rashford gets his second goal of the game. And there we go. We've confirmed ourselves the 3-1 victory. Victory! It's a Rome Total War reference there. Yeah. Dybala probably could have scored himself, but I didn't want to take that risk. If we were leading, I don't know, if we were leading 2 by 2 goals, then I probably would have took the shot with Dybala, but had to go with Rashford there. Had to ensure that 3rd goal, especially a world class. World class is very. The game seems to have very different elements. Like you'll have a portion where the game becomes quite easy and your opponents fall back, and then a portion where your opponents are attacking you and putting pressure on. It seems to be very. It evolves throughout the game, and obviously the 3rd goal we probably wouldn't have scored if it was still a draw, because they wouldn't have gone that attacking. But we did well there. We did really well. Rashford, of course, man of the match 9.5. Kovalenko 9.2. Dybala 8.7. Everybody played pretty well, actually. The lowest rated was Luke Shaw on a 7. But everyone played pretty well. I'm happy with that performance, and that formation's done us quite well there. But of course, we will switch and change as we go forward. I don't know, both my formations at the moment are quite attacking. Maybe I should do a little bit more of a defensive formation at some point as well. Training, here we go. Now, I can't remember what we were doing training-wise. I know we need to get Douglas Graham up, don't we, because he's pretty good. Patrick Murphy, we want to get you up as quickly as we can as well, don't we? So we're going to do you a bit of chance creation. And do you a bit of... We don't really need to get him up that quick, do we? Because we've got a lot of good players ahead of him. But I want to try and stick to 1 or 2 good young players and get them up. Oh, can he only do 2 then, can he? Okay. We'll do us to do 2 of him now then. I want to try and get like a few players up to around about the 70 mark, like McKeith is. And then I'll concentrate on somebody else from there on. I think midfielder-wise... Kovalenko's so good. Has he got long shots good? He's finishing 78, but his long shot seems to be very, very good. So consult my booklet of really good young players. I think Ben Fraser's pretty good, isn't he? 85 to 91, Ben Fraser. I think we were looking at Graham last time as well, weren't we? Because Graham's got really high potential. But we'll continue on with Ben Fraser, because we've done a lot of work on him so far this season. It'd be good to try and get him up to the right about the 70 mark as well, as quickly as we can. Because obviously, the quicker we get them up, the more time we can use. Oh, I've gone for Brito. I'll do a bit of Brito because he's got a potential of 82 to 92 as well. Anyway, so we might end up selling Brito, to tell the truth. And we'll do a bit more Fraser, who's just about 63 now. Beat your man. So he's got really good ball control. Need to get his stamina up a bit, though, don't we? Right, simulate all of those. Get some good results, hopefully. Yes, Murphy's gone up to a 65. It's pretty good. His shot power's gone up. Murphy, if you've not seen the League Cup match we had a few episodes ago, Murphy was fantastic on his debut. Fraser's done pretty well. Got up about 1/3 of a level. Brito's done alright as well. And let's just continue forward towards the Everton game. I think the Everton game is... David De Gea wants to speak to us. David De Gea is not happy. I don't know why. He decided he doesn't want to be here anymore, and I'm a little bit worried that he's going to ask to leave. It's nothing personal, boss. I just don't like the country. I'm struggling with the language. I hate the food and the culture. I'll never be able to settle here, and even though everyone at the club here has been very kind to me, I think it's best if I move away as soon as possible. That is not what I wanted to be hearing right now, I must admit. Not what I wanted to be hearing at all. Well, if somebody comes in, we will let you go. But at the moment, I don't know how long his contract is for. There you go. Contracts is in transfers, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. He is contracted until He's got another 3 years in his deal, more or less. We'll leave it for now then. There's no major rush. I want to make sure we've got him for as long as we can. Lamont is currently away on loan. So should we want to lose him, we will do that after that. So we've got a game against Everton now in the League Cup, and I don't really want to go all guns blazing. We'll probably keep Rashford in the side. Let's bring in Murphy. Let's play Memphis. I don't want to play my strongest team, but I don't want to play my weakest team. Fosu Mensah in place of Pogba. Oh, no, Dahoud. Let's play Dahoud there, because we've not played Dahoud in a while. Fosu Mensah can come in defence alongside Hernandez. Dembele can play. Yeah, I just want to try and rest a few players for the weekend. Haven't I got a right back somewhere? Have I got Semedo somewhere, haven't I? Where's Semedo? Got no right backs apparently. Is he on the bench? Did we sell Semedo? I don't think we did. Am I just completely missing him as I go past? There he is. Semedo, he's up there. So he can come in place of Cancelo. So I do have Jonathan Tah available actually. So we'll play Jonathan Tah in place of... Play in place of Hernandez. And left back, do we have another left back in the squad that we can use today? No, I think we sold our only other left back, didn't we? Yeah, not a problem. We'll keep Luke Shaw in for now then. So it's not a weakened team, but it's not our strongest side. And Murphy gets another game alongside Rashford. The two fast players up front, two fast young players, could really do us well here in this game against Everton. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and see how well we get on. Oh, by the way, Patrick Murphy, if you're new to the series, he has got a potential of 87 to 94, which is why I'm trying to give him as much opportunity as we possibly can. And he did start this season as a 59 rated, and now he is up to about 65, I think it is. So he's looking pretty good. And as you see, Ben Fraser's got about 9 points. Yeah, he's got 6 points to 65, so really done pretty well. So let's see how well he gets on here against Everton. Good tackle, Jonathan Tah, now into Dahoud. Murphy, good ball by Murphy, out wide to Kovalenko. Cuts it inside, Rashford, 1-0. There we go, very similar to the third goal we scored against Bournemouth. Very good goal, I'm happy with that. Great bit of play as well, all three of the attacking players were involved. It was Murphy's ball out wide to Kovalenko. There it is there, Kovalenko then. Little ball across into Rashford, and again, just able to slot it past the goalkeeper. It's a cheeky goal, but you've got to take them where you can get them, especially, like I said, when we're on world class, we've got to try and take the advantages where we can get them. And there we go, another goal for Rashford. That's 3 goals in 2 games for him now. And we're only 11 minutes into this one, there's still a chance for more. See, Lamont is not far away. A good season for Lamont, and maybe he could be up to the sort of level we're looking at. Dembele sees the movement of Kovalenko, pokes it. Kovalenko scores again. Wow, world class is bloody easy, isn't it? I thought world class was supposed to be difficult. We'll be on legendary soon. You watch. Look at that. There was a great ball there by Dembele as well, and Kovalenko just gets there just ahead of the goalkeeper and pokes it in. We now lead here 2-0 against Everton in the League Cup. And we've made some changes as well. Everton haven't. Everton have gone full on for their best side. We've made a few changes, and it's just not working out for Everton at all, is it? Midget manager's very happy. There we go, Victor Kovalenko. Got the winning goal against Bournemouth. Well, I say winning goal. We won 3-1 in the end, but he got that goal that really put us back in control. And now here he is getting a second goal here against Everton for us. Semedo now brings the ball away on that right-hand side into Dembele. Oh, that's Rashford, sorry. Would have been Dembele in that position. Good tackle there by Murphy. Getting that ball back. Oh, there's a poor pass there by Murphy. We'll have to train him in passing for a little bit, I think. Memphis now into Murphy. It's a good pass. Kovalenko, Rashford. Rashford scores. There we go. Marcus Rashford, a goal-scoring machine at the moment. And again, just like I was saying about Dembele earlier on the match, he's such a good player at the moment. I can't wait to see what it's like when he gets up to a higher rating. Same for Rashford as well. He's playing so well. And same with Patrick Murphy. Saying that, actually, that game we had against the League 2 side earlier on, I can't remember who it was now, where Murphy scored 2 cracking goals. If he can do that at like 63 rated, I can't imagine what he's going to do when he gets up to 87 to 90 rated. That's going to be incredible. He's our best at the moment. Seamus Barr's 85 to 91. He's pretty good as well. I want to try and make sure anyone I bring through now is guaranteed 85 plus. Ben Fraser's 85 to 91. So we've got 3 players who are guaranteed 85 plus. We've got quite a few that are 84 to 90 odd or something like that, which chances are will be more than 85. But there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that any player is going to reach their potential, really, is there? And we're just got to try and get them up as quickly as we can. Great shot there by Barkley. I'm nattering on. De Gea now shorter throw this time. That's the full-time whistle, though. That is the full-time whistle. It's a good 3-0 victory from us, and we do go through to the next round of the Cup. It was a decent performance, that was. I quite enjoyed that. It was a bit more one-sided than the Bournemouth game was, and we didn't concede the goal. So I was pretty impressed with that. Semedo did do very, very well at the right-hand side, but he didn't get man of the match. Kovalenko did once again with a 9.6. 9.5 for Rashford as well. Dembele 8.6. Patrick Murphy was a little bit out of his depth in this game, I noticed. He did lose the ball quite a few times, but he still played a 7.4, so I'm still pretty impressed with the work he did. And a good win. A good win there for us. West Ham knocked out Sheffield Wednesday. Southampton drew 1-1 with Swindon. That might go to extra time then. Right, so where are we now? Are we going to face off against Middlesbrough, does that mean? I don't know, that little thing doesn't necessarily work that way, does it? But it looks like we possibly have Middlesbrough next. Which is a bit annoying. I was trying to get another lower tier side so we could play a few games. Cancelo wants to talk about his role at the club. Mate, you just played like consecutive games. How can you be unhappy with that? Right, so we are now a game against Liverpool. Wow, that's a bit difficult, isn't it? Got the Liverpool, the England squad we need to do soon. That's good. Press conference. We're going to motivate the Man United players for it. A suggestion. Upcoming game is crucial. Yeah, you're going to be picked yet. Helder Bastos. But massive thanks for giving me a chance. The first thing, that's great. When I signed my contract, I made certain promises in regard to my role, but I don't feel like currently being fulfilled. You play, mate. You played the last 2 games consecutively. I can't understand. Oh, you didn't play last game. No, okay. Right, the Liverpool game. I think we're going to go back to this formation for the Liverpool game. With a single striker. And we are going to play Cancelo as the attacking right midfielder. And we're going to play Martins. Although Dembele was very good, we're going to play Martins there. And can we afford to drop Rashford for... I feel like we should play Rashford, you know. He's just been so strong the last few games, but he's not 100% fit, is he? So we're not. We're going to put Rashford on the bench ahead of Ibrahimovic. Marshall's going to play with Memphis behind him. Will that work? I know it does work normally. I'm just trying to think what the best way of doing it is. I think that will probably work the best way. No, let's keep Luke Shaw in there, I think, because Luke Shaw is a better rated one. Dahoud out for... Asensio's still not fit. I'm not a fan of Tielemans, you know. I'm not a fan of him at all. He didn't really progress at all last season, and he just doesn't seem to be very good on the pitch. I'm going to go for Kovalenko in this game, I think, because he just seems to be a bit of a beast, doesn't he, really? So we're going to do it that way. So I'm happy with that squad. We've got our strongest possible defence in there. Apart from Jimenez, but Jimenez, of course, is currently out injured. Yep, he is, 85 rated. Once he comes back, all 3 of our centre-backs will be 85 rated plus, which would be pretty good. So that's it. We're going to save those saves. And we've got a big game now against Liverpool then. Liverpool in world class could be very difficult, but let's see how we go on. Let's just see how we get on. It's going to be a tricky one, but I'm sure we could do something. We're in pretty good form at the moment. Everyone's doing well. Surely Liverpool can't stand in our way. We're top of the table now as well. Liverpool are not even... Liverpool nowhere to be seen, so let's go for it. Another corner. Depay plays it in deep. Kovalenko's there. Kovalenko's scored in his last 2 games now. Rashford bounced around everywhere. It's gone in. That's gone in. That's gone in, hasn't it? Yeah, it has gone in. Yes. Rashford scored again. Right now, I have made a slight cock-up in this match, I must admit. We changed the team sheet. Yeah, that was definitely over the line. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we changed the team sheet and put the players in wanting to play this game. However, what we didn't do was switch the team sheet. So we've essentially changed the team sheet, but we've kept the 4-4-2 that played against Everton in the League Cup. So Patrick Murphy's playing, and Fosu Mensah's in there as well. So we haven't got Pogba on the pitch. We haven't got Dybala. We haven't got any of our strong players on there really. So this 1-0 lead against Liverpool after 16 minutes is very well. I'm happy. I'm very happy at the moment. I'm very happy. Let's see if we can hold on to it. That's the question. Hey, a good catch. Throws that ball out now to Semedo. This was the thing that was killing Everton, wasn't it? That little Semedo to Dembele ball, and that ball from Dembele into Rashford as well. Rashford 2-0. Oh my God, we're ripping Liverpool to shreds here in the first 20 minutes. That Semedo Dembele Rashford link seems to work so bloody well. And Rashford, using his pace to get behind the defensive line, opens his body and sweeps it into that far corner to make it 1-0, make it 2-0. Rashford got the credit for the first goal, didn't he? I wasn't paying attention, but I wasn't sure whether he was going to get the credit, whether that might go down as an own goal. There we go, 5th goal of the season for Rashford. Is it his 2nd of the night, though? It didn't say. I'm sure it must be. It must be. It was on target, his first one, wasn't it? Chan bringing it forward into the path of Stewart. Plays it out wide to Sadio Mane. Ball into the middle. Jonathan Tah, good header. And Dahoud. As well as a great ball out there to Memphis. And here's Rashford, potentially on a hat-trick, but instead pokes it out to Dembele. Dembele, 3-0. On the stroke of half nine. On the stroke, that's weird because it is actually 29 minutes past 9. On the stroke of half-time, Dembele makes it 3-0. Great bit of unselfishness, which is not a real word, shown by Rashford there, seeing Dembele's in a great position. Rashford was on a first half hat-trick, but knowing how dangerous Liverpool are, taking that 3-0 lead before half-time is the best situation to be in at this point in time. And there we go, the policeman doesn't even move because he's probably not animated. But still, there we go, Dembele's 2nd Premier League goal of the season. I was really worrying in the beginning of this match, really worrying that because we'd had the wrong team selected, this was going to be a big problem for us. But it turns out this team seems to be very good. And there we go. We're going to half-time 3-0 up at home to Liverpool. What a cracker. Rashford, 2 shots, 2 goals. There we go. That explains that. Brings it in. Rashford is on a hat-trick. Gelson Martins knows that. Rashford, there it is. There is the hat-trick by Marcus Rashford. Great bit of interplay inside the box between Rashford and Martins, and there it is, 4-0. There we go. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. Good little ball there by Rashford. Martins had a few seconds to think about that, and Rashford just found himself a little pocket of space in the middle of the area. Took his shot right through the gap as well. He couldn't have placed it any more perfectly, and there we go. That's Rashford's hat-trick. He will be taking the match ball home today. We've already had a hat-trick this season from Dybala, and now one from Rashford as well. These two guys are really knocking in the goals left, right and centre between them. I think Ibra is going to struggle this season to get some game time. Tah out wide now to McKeith. Now what pace does McKeith have? Not a lot by the looks of it, but then again he's got through. Into Kovalenko now. Dahoud, Rashford, 5-0! Rashford scored another one! Rashford straight from the centre more or less gets his 4th goal of the game. Rashford could get top goal scorer this season, you know, in the Premiership, not just for us. That was a great bit of interplay as well. Dahoud's little ball in, seeing the space for Rashford, and he scores again. Wow. We're beating Liverpool 5-0, and we are on world class, don't forget. We're on world class. I think I've overplayed this game. Considering that I started on semi-pro about 4 months ago. Worked my way all the way up now to from professional into world class. I'm pretty impressed with myself, I must say. But I think once you do take a lead on this game, it does become a lot easier to score more goals. So I wouldn't say being 5-0 up is a massive thing. It is a big thing, don't get me wrong, but just having that that lead, especially this late in the match, when you can do things like that. What a headed ball on there to Gelson Martins, takes the shots. Ibra, oh, keeper saved it again. Emre Can clears, but Ibra's there. Into McKeith, takes a shot. Oh, it's gone over. Went over. Karius, big goal kick forward. And there's the final whistle. And just to add insult to injury to Liverpool, there was 5 minutes added on. 1 for each goal we scored this game. Jurgen Klopp is massive compared to the midget manager. And there's Rashford taking the match ball. Not only a hat-trick, but 4 goals here this evening. And uses his Spider-Man senses there to hold on to the ball. That's got to be Rashford's got to get a 10 for that, surely. Yep. Rashford with a 10. Kovalenko 8.4. Dembele 9.3. Patrick Murphy 7.7. That's good for him. Dahoud got a 9.5. That's pretty good. And he got 2 assists though, Dahoud. That's probably why. One for Dembele, 1 for Martins, 1 for Rashford. So Rashford got 4 goals and an assist. What a game that was for us. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wah. Nothing else that really helps us too much in the league there. Fulham losing to Swansea. Spurs beating Crystal Palace. And Stoke beating somebody or other. We'll do some more training before we finish. I've got no more games left in this episode now. We're literally just going to do the training and get ourselves ready for the next match. We'll continue building up Murphy. I think we may have to switch to a 2-striker formation next season. Well, maybe not next season, but very soon. Because we are going to look at bringing in those extra 2 strikers at the end of the season, of course. If you've not seen them, they are going to be... passing. That's what you want to do for you, isn't it? El Rondo, short pass. Your short passing is awful. And yeah, we want to do... what was I saying? I'm lost now. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, God, I'm terrible for doing that. I get distracted pretty easily. Right, so we'll do another Ben Fraser. Yeah, that was it, yeah. We've got 2 strikers on our list to try and buy in the summer. Of course, we've got the Lewandowski pre-gen, and we've got the Didier Drogba regen as well. So both of those strikers will mean we'll have quite a lot of strikers in the squad. So I think it'd be useful for us to move back to a 2-striker formation. So Murphy did pretty well there. We've actually got a centre forward in our academy who looks really good as well, haven't we? So we'll go forward a couple of days. We've got Ajax in our first match of the last, the next match of the next episode. There we go. The board are happy. We're on track, apparently. Press conference for this game against Ajax. It's an important one, so let's motivate the players. Yeah, they want us to do stuff. Right, as discussed at the beginning of the season, investing in our youth development was an important goal for the club. At this moment, it looks like we may not hit our mark. Please revisit the specific objective we have set for you and accomplish and to best fulfill your team. So they want us to make £2.5 million profit from the youth academy. But I put loads of players on the list, but we're just not making them. We're 99% of that, so that's pretty close. Win the Champions League. Win the Champions League in 3 seasons. Okay. Win the league, win the FA Cup. Increase the... so we're not looking too bad at all. We can do those 2. Those are the 2 main objectives. But this is only a medium objective. It's not even a massive one. So this one, we possibly could do this. We need to sell a couple of our youth academy players, basically. That's all we need to do, isn't it? So, what do we have in our calendar for next episode? That's the question. If the game will give me the control, there we go. So next episode, we are going to have a game against Ajax. We're a game against West Ham. And then our first game for England now. We lost our Scotland job. Well, I say we lost. We left our Scotland job. We took the England job. And our first game is going to be away at Bolivia. So that's going to be very, very interesting. But that will be next episode. Of course, as always, if you have enjoyed this one, then please let me know by hitting that like button. It does really help me out. And of course, if you are new around here and you would like to see some more, then please hit that subscribe button as well. I've been Shabba Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for some more FIFA 17.